What up YouTube, Darthub coming at you from my concept world here with my smart furnace that I am going to show you how to build today. It is just finishing, and when it finishes with this, it's going to send that cart. There it goes. And now it's refueling. So let's go ahead and show you how to make it. Okay, so we're going to start very similarly to the infinity furnace, whereas we've got 3 double chests stacked on top. We're going to go ahead and throw the hoppers like so, with 3 coming out this side and 3 coming out the other side, or 2, sorry, just like that. Then we're going to put the furnaces into the top of these with hoppers into the top of those, and then hoppers running into the back of those. Now we're going to go ahead and grab out our building blocks, and 1, 2, 3, 4 off of both and on both sides as well. All of these will go into blocks up just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and break out our rails. We're going to want regular rails, powered rails, and detector rails for this one. So on the top one, we're going to go ahead and put 3 powered rails followed by a regular rail. On top of all these hoppers, we want regular rails just like that. We want another regular rail followed by a detector rail with another regular rail and a powered rail. Now on this one, we want 2 powered rails followed by a regular rail, followed by a detector rail followed by a regular rail, and then normal rails all across the hoppers. And then let's see, yeah, this side. Okay, so we're going to have a powered rail there, regular rail there, powered rail, powered rail. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and break out our carpet duplicator, and we're going to put it right here with a hopper here and a chest on top of that with another chest on the side of that with a hopper out the side of that, which I cannot do. I'm going to have to come down here and throw some temporary blocks. 4 hoppers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we want a block of obsidian, not here on the edge of that, but one up from there. Now we're going to go ahead and break out a couple of rails, one here, and get rid of that. That was just to orient the first. 2, 3 slime blocks there, 1 slime block here, and we want a sticky piston facing down into that. Get rid of those. Want a slime block on that. Now we're going to grab our, minecart with hopper. Minecart with hopper goes right there. We're going to go down just a little bit to get rid of this rail here. Be careful when you do that. Now let's get a block. Put the block there. Get a lever or something to power it. Torch will work too. Power that block. Now get rid of that piston. Then get rid of that. And we're almost there with the duplicator. Go ahead and throw a powered rail right here, followed by any color carpet right there. Next, we're going to bring a line of temporaries out, and then we put a sticky piston here facing that way. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a block on the side of that, redstone conductive block, with a block out, followed by 3 more, 1, 2, 3. We're going to put 2 here, 2 here. Now we want a comparator on subtract, repeater into it, dust on all those. Then we're going to go ahead and get a lever, lever, whatever's clever, flip that guy. There he goes. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our minecart with chest, put that guy there, flip that lever, make sure tile drops is on, and it should be filling up. The reason I did that first was because when you finally finish this, you want all of your fuel to fill up before you start cooking. Now what we want is we want to put a hopper on top of this rail right here, and then we'll go ahead and put our minecart with chest underneath that, and this So what we want is for this cart to go back and forth across this line until it's empty. With this detector rail, it's going to detect every time the cart runs over it, and with this comparator here, every time that cart runs over it with an item in it, this will flash. If there's no item in it, this comparator will not flash. So what we want is to run this line into this block here. So block up from the comparator with a block down with the dust on there, so when the comparator flashes, that dust will flash. And then we're going to go ahead and put a repeater here to extend the signal with a block up here and a block right there. That repeater will power this block, and this block will power that dust will power that block, that'll go. Now we're going to go ahead and put a block on top of this, and then we're going to come, this side here. We will bring a block right here with a comparator out of it into a block up with a torch out of this side and a block on top of that, and a torch out of this side. Put a block on there, there, and there. Remove that. Put your repeater right here on 3 ticks. Put a torch out of that block with a dust on top of it. And then we're going to go ahead and put a block right here and a block right here with dust and dust. So next we're going to go ahead and put our chest on top of here like so. We're going to grab a redstone lamp. We're going to grab a lever, and then we're going to put dust on here with our lamp here, and a torch on the side of that, and then our lever here. And what that does is that'll lock this box. Now it's unlocked, now it's locked. And then let's go over here, add power to these. So we'll put a lever here on. That just sent that cart. So we're not going to put a lever there on. Take that off. We'll put this lever right here on. That'll power all those without powering the one on the side. And that's not being cool, so we'll put it right. Oh, no wonder it was full. With my little carpet mess cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and now break out my lever again because I put it up. I'm going to come over here and let's make sure we're on the right one. Yeah, that one right there. We're going to throw a lever here. We're going to power it. That's got these two on. And we're going to come over here. I want these two powered, so we'll put one right here, flip it on. There we go. Now we can go ahead and test this one. So put, I don't know, say maybe a stack of something that can be cooked in there. And then flip this lever on. Now it's draining. Once it's done draining in there, that should go, and it should only stop back here once it's empty. There it went, and there it stopped, and it's empty. Now that this side's done, we're going to go ahead and break out our comparators and our blocks for the other side. Come down, and we're going to run blocks with comparators on them out of all 6 of these hoppers, these fuel hoppers, like that. And they're all going to go into blocks up. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come out from this one. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to skip one. We're going to come out 9. We're going to skip one. We're going to come out 9. Then we're going to come over here, and the one we skipped, we're going to come down one, and we're going to drag that out to 9. So it's going to be flush with this one. We're going to do that to the other 2. And then we're going to go ahead and put these in the blocks up. Just the bottom ones. We're going to go ahead and put torches on those blocks and torches on these blocks. Then we're going to put dust all the way across all 6 of the lines. Next, we're going to go ahead and bring a block out from here. We're going to run this all the way across all these torches, like so, and then we're going to run dust across them. Next, we're coming over here to this block, and we want to send a block down and out from it, and then 1, 2, 3 and up we want droppers. We're going to put a dropper facing this direction on that block and a dropper facing into that one right there. We can get rid of these two, and we want a comparator coming out of this block, and we'll go ahead and throw an item in here. And what we want from this is, assuming these are full, once they drop below a certain point, we want them to come over here and call for the car, which if it hits this one with a pulse, it will do. So we're going to bring blocks out like this to one right there, and then we want to run a line from that out this way. We want this to run to it. We'll put a block up here, block down here. This block here is going to have a repeater on it on 3 ticks facing out of there into a block with a dust on it, into a block up with a torch on it, put a torch on this one and dust that up. Now this signal will make a pulse when one of these comes on. They will be off when you start this. We're going to go ahead and bring a block out from here, and then we'll dust this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next, what we want to do is, when these hoppers are full, we want to call over here and tell this to stop the car. So we're going to go ahead and put a block here. That's the block you want to hit when you stop the car. We're going to go ahead and put just a little piece out, so that's, you know where the dust goes. And we're going to come over here, and we need these blocks to, instead of stopping at 9, they need to go out 15, all 6 of them. So we're going to break out our stone slabs. Well, I'm using stone. You can use whatever kind of slab you want, but we want a slab over top of all 3 of these lines, the top ones, like so. And we're going to grab our regular blocks after that. See how that blocked that? So it's got to go up. I'm only going up with these 2 because it looks better. Come out again. Now I'm going to come down and out, down and out, down and out. So let's count. This is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're at 13, and he's down one more. 14, 15. Now we're going to put dust on these. Now we're going to put torches on the end. Now we want to split these bottom lines. So we'll come to an arbitrary spot. I want to say 1, 2, 3 from that side. We'll break these 2. Like that on all 3 lines. We're going to put a block, oh, not a slab, but a block. Block down into another block down. Up. And then we're going to run these like so, one out from there, and then bring it up, and then bring it up, and then this one we can bring up one more, like so, and then that is in line with this, which is where you want to be, and you bring it out flush with this. And that should be 15. Now we'll make the other 2 just like so. We'll put those in the blocks up. We'll put torches on those blocks up on top. We'll go ahead and run a line of blocks all along these torches with dust on it. We will put one block out, one block up, run this dust here with a torch off of it, and then we're going to put a block right here which will take this dust. We want it flush with this, so it looks like out 2 more, and then we want to bring this one up. Actually, let's let's go a few more. And now let's bring this one up and this one down. Repeater right here on 3 ticks. 3 ticks. Dust here. Torch here. Torch here. Let's do this dust up to there, and then we're going to put blocks all the way along here. Let's count them as we put the dust on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I forgot to put a part in this carpet duplicator. You want this to stop once it gets to a certain point, because it can clog and lag your game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a block out of this hopper here, and then we will bring that to a block up, and on this first block here we're going to put a comparator so that knows how much is in that hopper. We're going to go ahead and run this signal into this, because when this has power, that stays extended. We'll run block up like so, block up like so, repeater here, dust, dust, and dust. What we're going to do now is we're going to come out of this detector rail. We're going to put several blocks. I want to say 5, yeah, maybe 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So then let's put a comparator out of there with dust, 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 dust. We'll put a torch right here. What this does is when that cart comes across here, has anything in it, this goes off. Only takes one item for this one to light up, which turns that off. I'm going to go ahead and put one here into one up and out, and we're going to run this until it's next to the torch with dust along it and a repeater here out of this line. So if this if it runs across here at all with anything in it, this is going to turn off every single time, but this is going to turn on if it's past this point. So this line will only turn off if you've got a power from here down. Next, what we want to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a block here and here, and that's so that I can put my slab here and here. And that's not right, because I need it here and there. Okay, that's better. And we're going to run this up to there and up to there, and I believe I can just throw a block here and put a torch on it, and I should be good. Let's run this out. Now what this is doing is, once the cart gets below a certain level, it has to come back here and it has to refill. Okay, so we want this to run into this one. I'm going to put this one right here, one down, and then one up from there, and that should be good. We'll go ahead and dust this up, count it, make sure it's less than 15 or 15 or less. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got to this point and I realized that I forgot to finish splitting the lines down below. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run dust along all this until you get to the block with the torch. You're going to do that on all 3. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. We're going to bring one right above this. You're going to put bottom slab, top slab. Remove that. We're going to bring these across like so. We can get rid of this one, and this one, and then this one and this one. We put a block here, here, and here with dust on all 6 of those, and then we grab a block that is not glass and is not glowstone and put it here. It has to be a block that cuts off the connection between the lines. Okay, after catching that and fixing it, we're going to go ahead and put another functionality into the minecart. When the cart comes across and hits this and it's 100% full, that means it didn't drop anything in any of these. so it needs to send back and stop. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this signal out 15. So this block here is what, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're going to come up for 6, up for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now I want to dust it. Okay, after looking at this for a moment, I realized I'm going to have to do something else to make it fit. So I'm going to put the last block there instead, and it's going to come into a block up. Now on this block up, I'm going to put a torch out this way with a block on top of it, the torch there. I'm going to put, yeah, we'll put one here and one there. Take this one out, put a repeater here on 3 ticks with a dust on there. And we'll put that there, and then we're going to run another block right here, and then the dust on there. Next circuit we want to put in here is going to be to call the cart when everything's done to make sure everything gets filled before the next go. So we're going to go ahead and move that. We'll put it underneath so it's not in the way. That's good. And then we'll go ahead and put an observer into there, and you see it's pointing outward. Then we will put a block there with a block down, and we're going to bring this out. These are all going to have redstone on them. They're going to be a line running into this block here. So then out from there, down from there, and then we're going to just connect this up. Now dust on the whole thing to there. Now we're all done with all the redstone. What you want to do is, if this hasn't filled up all these hoppers, you want to make sure that it does before you start everything. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to fill them up now because I'm in creative. So I went ahead and filled this up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get a block that cooks. I'm going to grab a whole stack of it. I am going to throw it in here, and I'm going to let it go. Now if you threw it in there and it's not going, check and make sure you flip that lever. Now that it's done, it's going. You see all the furnaces started. You see both carts are now going. And you see that cart went back. That cart went back because it got across. It read that it was completely full, so it told it to stop because it didn't drop anything in these. Now that cart stopped. Alright, so it looks like it dropped everything off. So you'll see everything's working. This one emptied before they started filling and sent the cart there to start filling. Love it. Love it, love it. Alrighty, that is it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. You know, maybe leave a comment, something, giving me suggestions for next time. I've already got one planned for next time. I've got a Redstone University that I am putting videos on. The next one comes next couple days probably. It's not going to take me too long to make it. It's on the essential circuits to be a redstoner. If you want to make something and you've got these 5 circuits, I think it's 5, might be 6, but if you've got these circuits, you know how they work, you know how the components and the little circuit gates work, or logic gates, and you can make just about anything. So yeah, it's been real. Peace.